Hi, I'm Jirada Holly, and I was diagnosed with cervical cancer, stage 3C2. I just want I just wanted you I'm sorry. Um I want to make this video so that people will know what symptoms that I had leading up to my cervical cancer. So I guess we're gonna start with maybe 2019 to 2001. I had very heavy discharge, to the part where pretty much I have to put a tampon in every single day. It was pretty. It wasn't bad. It was like it didn't like I didn't think much of it at that time, or either to get checked because I was getting older. I was 38 or 39, so I just thought that maybe it was me producing, when you're older, you just produce more discharge or something. So I kind of put that off. And the one really serious symptoms that I had was on near my birthday. It was July 17th, 2021. We went on vacation to New York, and that evening I bled out real bad, to like huge blood clot size of my palm of my hand. I remember I was in a bathroom, and the way the bathroom was, it was positioned like there was a shower, like a huge shower, a tub, then a sink, and then the bathroom was on the other side where it had a door and everything. The toilet was on the other side where it had a door and everything. Well, when I went there, blood was just coming right out, and so I was like, all right, I need to get into the shower. So I ran the shower. Blood was just trickling everywhere. And once I was in the shower, I screamed for my husband. I was like, babe, you need to come in here. And he came in there and he saw all the blood. He was just like shocked. And then at one point, I wasn't sure. Maybe I thought I had a miscarriage or something. I wasn't sure what was going on. All I know that it was like huge blood clots. So we decided to still enjoy our vacation. After that stopped, we decided to enjoy our vacation and everything. And I told him, I was like, once we get home, I'll make sure I'll call the OB. So when I got home, I didn't call the OB. Things started to happen. My brother got real sick. And then my father he had a heart attack. So pretty much I was taking care of my father like a lot. And then I was going to work and everything else along with it. And I kind of lost track of the time where I was supposed to call the doctor. Well, on November the 24th was Thanksgiving evening. I bled out real bad again, like really bad, to the part where I ended up in the ER. And they checked around and everything, but they did say I had a mass on, like when they check around, like they did an inner like kind of like a pap smear type thing. They did that, and then they also did like a biopsy, not biopsy, a ultrasound, a inner ultrasound. Well, they did say that my one ovary is like, my right ovary was pretty big, and they were a little concerned about that, but they can't do anything about it now. So they gave me like iron pills so that my blood level will like go up. And they also gave me like kind of like blockers or something, like to stop my bleeding. So they gave me that. I filed out with my doctor after that on January the 12th, which was weird because it was like a long time from there. But on January 12th, I filed out with my doctor, with the OB, and they did the pap smear and everything, and when they sent it out, it did say it was abnormal, but I did have problems with I did have HPV like when I was younger, but for some reason they said that it was like cleared up, but they weren't sure it was like involved through that or not. So I had another follow-up, and it was with another doctor. She also did a inner examination on me, and I was bleeding a lot through that and everything, and she was like, kind of was like, oh wow, you're bleeding a lot. And I was like, I told her like my situation and everything like that. Yeah. And February 9th, 2022, or no, February 23rd, 2022, they did the biopsy intramural procedure, and they did a biopsy around my I guess like my vaginal walls, and then on my cervix. Well, that really sucked because I felt so sick, almost like I was about to throw up with the pain, because all they told me to do was take a Tylenol and that's it. And I'm just like, you need some pain medication for that. So and then February 26th, after that, like a couple days after that, on February 26th, I end up in the ER again with the excessive bleeding. And I did tell them, I was like, I did have a biopsy done. So because I was vomiting, I was vomiting on top of that and everything else. So I was feeling dizzy, vomiting. So they sent me to, like, I was in the ER, and then they checked out, and the same lady that did my biopsy was there. So she got called in to check to see if the scars from the biopsy got infected or anything like that. Well, luckily it didn't get infected or nothing. And that's when they told me that, again, they said that they were concerned about the enlarged ovary. They were concerned about the mass on my ovary. And then they said that they're not going to be able to give me any more of the blockers, because they said that they just don't want any other things to grow, because like it's going to make the hormones in your, like, I don't know, something with the hormones, and it's going to make the cells grow or something like that. And they didn't want that. So I was like, okay. So they say, if you start bleeding out again, just come back to the ER. And I was like, okay. Well, after that, I went to go see my doctor, or follow up with my doctor after that. And he sent me to go get imaging done. And when I went to go get that done, the guy said that, do you have a history of cancer? And I was just like, no, was like, no, not really. Nobody really said anything about it yet. And then he was like, oh, okay. So I got the imaging done. And then after that, March the 10th, I had a follow-up with my oncologist, who is also like my surgeon. I had a follow-up with her. And it was totally different doctor from before. So that's when she diagnosed me on March 13th, 2022. She diagnosed me with cervical cancer. And yeah. So pretty much that was the whole, my symptoms that I had. I had the heavy discharge, and then after that, the very heavy bleeding. And those are my two symptoms. And I feel that I just thought that maybe I should share that with you, so that just in case if that happens to anybody, please go get checked out. And obviously, all those years, and prior to that, all those years, I never got checked out. Ever since my daughter was born, I never got checked out, all the way until like 2022, which is like, I haven't got checked out since 2007, all the way to 2022. So that's so many years that I didn't get checked out by my, OBGYN or anything like that. So please, if anything like that happens to you, please get checked out. And if you're still listening, well, I appreciate it. And I guess thank you. And if you want to hear more stories or anything, because what I went through was not smooth at all. It was not a smooth process at all. It was very hard. So if you want to hear more stories, just let us know in a comment. Thank you. Bye.